Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel, and today I've got a review of a pair of Lonsdale boxing boots. Now the reason I'm doing this is because Lonsdale are a great boot to start off your boxing career in, because of the cost of them. They're very low cost but actually good quality for the amount of cost that you're shelling out. So whenever someone comes to the gym at our gym and they say that they want to get a pair of boxing boots, unless they're saying I want to get a pair of Nike Hyper KOs or I want to get some Adidas, unless they're being specific, I will always point them in the direction of Lonsdale. At least until they get to the point where they've decided that this is going to be the sport for them. So the reason I wanted to sort of highlight these is these are a sort of fairly standard, typical sort of Lonsdale boot. You can get different designs, you can get different colours, but ultimately they're all sort of around the same sort of price and a similar sort of design as well. Now at our boxing gym we have got a new canvas, and you can only use boxing boots on that canvas. We had a previous canvas that was stuck together with lots of masking tape where it had tore up. So when we bought the new canvas we wanted to keep it in the best shape possible, and by doing that the best way is either for people to spar barefoot or in boxing boots, which is what the canvas is actually designed for. So we don't really want any sort of dirty outdoor shoes that are bringing the mud in from outside and bringing it onto the canvas, and we don't actually want sort of your running trainer type trainers being used on the canvas, because there's a lot of grip in them sort of trainers, and what it does is it really does create a lot of forces when people are pivoting in their sparring, and what that does is that starts to really break up the canvas over time. I mean, canvases are very, very durable, but over time, a little rip here, a little rip there, before you know it, it's bigger and bigger, and you've got to get a new canvas. So the problem with that grip on the bottom of normal trainers is you're trying to pivot, you're trying to move around the boxing ring, and what happens is because they're giving so much grip, that all that like on the bottom of the sole gives so much grip that actually you're working against the canvas. Your knees and your ankles and your body is working against the grip that it is giving you from a normal pair of, say, running trainers. Of course, with boxing boots, you don't get that. It's quite a flat, minimal sole that you get on boxing boots, so that enables you to turn and pivot a lot more easily. Also, the great thing about boxing boots is the ankle support. Ankle support there again, because you're moving in different directions a lot of the time, and as a result of that you do need as much ankle protection as possible. You don't get that of course in normal running trainers or normal trainers. So these, as I say, they come in lots and lots of different colours. Quite a nice design really, with the Lonsdale and the Lonsdale lion that is on there. Just bring that round for you so you can see the whole of the boot. And typically these will either come like these, which is sort of a part leather, part fabric, or you'll get sort of a full leather. You can get full leather ones that are a little bit more expensive. But ultimately they're just a good base boot to start boxing in. Typically if you went to like a Sports Direct, you pick up a pair of these for 25, 30, 35, 40 pound. So really sort of good value for what you are getting. So let's just show you round here. So there you've got like a suede toe there. You've got these little bits of leather, and you've also got this like mesh material which is here. There's that lion of Lonsdale there. On the back you've got the sole that comes up, which is a nice touch, and you've got Lonsdale there, and again this high padded ankle there. If I just show you, that is the actual tongue, and as you come round on the other side you've got the Lonsdale, and some people are quite sort of snobby when it comes to Lonsdale because of sort of the cheap stuff that they sell at Sports Direct that's got the Lonsdale badge on. When it comes to that sort of stuff, obviously you're making a choice whether you're going to buy a Lonsdale top or not. But when it comes to actual boxing boots, they do make a good boxing boot. And so I wouldn't be put off by that Lonsdale name. That sounds ridiculous, really, because obviously Lonsdale had a great boxing name in sort of the 50s and the 60s. But I just, as I've said to you in previous videos, of late, obviously that has, very much like Everlast, has been sort of cheapened somewhat by sort of the sell 'em high, sell 'em cheap sort of attitude that you get with Lonsdale products. As I say, as a boxing boot, absolutely great at the price point. You can't go wrong. They'll last you, they'll be durable, they'll be comfortable, and then once you've decided, actually, yeah, this is the sport for me, you can always progress to a better boot, a more expensive boot like your Adidas or your Rival or your Nike. You can do that, no problem. But these are a great starter boot. I would say to you, for the low cost, they are great value. Great value for money for such a low cost, and you'll get some decent durability out of these for that cost. And for that reason, I would recommend, if you are starting boxing and you are looking for that first boxing boot, I would recommend a pair of Lonsdales, because, as I say, good value for money, good product. You can get them in a really wide range of colours, and they are bringing out some new ones as well, which I've saw recently, which are more expensive, but actually they've thought about the design, and I think they've taken it to the next step. There is a pair that is, I think it's based on the Nike Hyper KO, which is about £60 odd in Sports Direct. That's reduced from the recommended retail price, which I think is about 120. But those boots, they've got sort of a bit round here, and they just look a little bit more like the Nike Hyper KOs. So just look out for them as well. But as a base start boot, these are great. Low cost, good durability, look quite decent as well, and make your mind up in these, and then when you want to spend some extra money, then you can. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel.